Okie dokie. Let's do some dungeons. Let's test this out in some dungeons real quick. Let's go a tier 100 cinders. I'm going to keep a pair of gloves this time because I want to test something else out. Let's go Flicker Step. My kingdom for a pair of Flicker Step. Get the hood. Alright. Test out some different stuff today. Make sure we get a really good Stormclaw build out there. I think probably by tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do some, get some Forgotten Souls, man. Oh yeah, yo, I keep running out of everything. Hopefully I'll make it to the end of the dungeon. I feel like I can. I feel like it's, like that's exactly what I was worried about. Alright. That's why I never use an inexorable will in hardcore. Just pull all the enemies, suddenly you just get blown up. Jesus. Get off me. And I need Flicker Step. I think if I get a good pair of gloves with Lucky Hit, yeah, I think I might have a way to run this Stormclaw build successfully. I think I just need more Lucky Hit chance. I might actually run just a normal pair of gloves. Oy oy oy. Some of these enemies in the vault, tier 100s, just do so much damage off, like, from a distance. Like these scorpions, if they get enough time to channel their ability, they just one-shot you. I need to get a pair of Flicker Step boots. Yeah, when I get a good combo off, it works really well. I just need that Flicker Step. I have to do some Duriel. I feel like I got a fair bit of damage reduction, but it's just not enough for doing tier 100 vaults. Especially when you get to the last area. The last area is just painful if you don't have enough damage. I gotta check out how much barrier I have too. It's just those Vizier constructs and the scorpions. Even with debilitating roar up, they still do quite a bit of damage. Okay, I gotta stop getting hit by all the traps. I didn't really want to use that, but I kind of had to. That scorpion dude, for a normal enemy to do that much damage is crazy. Just a normal enemy, it's just insane. I don't know. I don't know. That's just a bit excessive, in my opinion. I could have swore I had more armor too. Maybe I took something off. Forgot to put something back on. I don't think I'll have this issue when I get Flicker Step though, because I'll be able to do my combo more often, and I won't have to worry about like waiting for it to cool down. So like, I'll be able to just spam cast it. If I die 2 more times, I'll end up failing the dungeon. But the good part about this is you're really mobile, so I can kind of just move back and forth through here and wait for my wait for the 30 seconds and then go ahead and cast one cast of my combo typically and get through this part with no issue. Yeah, see, when you get the combo off, man, it does work. It definitely works. Flicker Step's going to make this build really kind of come together. I think I'll pump up some electrocution, man. I feel like I get a lot of damage out of my aspects. I'm going to also try this without the gloves. I think I need more lucky hit. I'm fine. Like, I have a really good set of gloves except for the crit chance on the gloves. I have a perfect roll on the damage modifier. But I don't know, man. I just don't know if it's... I don't know if it's worth going all out basic attack. I almost don't think it's worth it. I think going for my aspects like I did in season 2 would probably be better. I think that's the pair of gloves they gave me. I got a better pair. Lucky hit. I just want to test out. I need crit chance on those. I don't have any way of re-rolling them though. I just want to test out a few things. I don't need boots because I need Flicker Step. I hate how fast I'm running out of materials to roll affixes. I need more. I always need more Forgotten Souls. Basic attack, total armor. I'd like to get a helmet with basic attack, total armor, Lucky hit chance when you have a barrier in barrier generation. That would be probably the most optimal helmet I could have. And then just have a juggernaut aspect on it. Where are my resistances at? How much have they been? Okay, yeah, so I need to remove one of the... That's what I needed. I needed an extra skull. So I need a skull on the overcharge band. That will help. Alright. Hey, what's up, brother? Yeah, right. That's what... I'm just gonna have to just grind helltides for like 3 days straight. Just blindly grinding helltides until my eyes bleed. Alright. I hate Death Pulse, man. I really hate doing Death Pulse. I hate doing Death Pulse, but I might do Death Pulse. We got a Storm Wrath here. Alright, well, we're gonna do Death Pulse. I'll probably end up dying throughout this whole dungeon. I'm really thinking I might end up switching the unique gloves for conceited, man. I do love the fact that you can, like... Where's my guy at? Can't even see myself. And I'm trying to make this a non-low-life build, too, so... 1338.5. Missing, like, 5 armor. I also don't feel like the damage sharing is high enough. I feel like the damage sharing is not that good. Oh my god, AoE's everywhere. Just kill me now. End it all. Am I lagging up that bad? Shouldn't be lagging. Been having some pretty decent streams. What is going on? Am I really lagging that bad? Maybe I have to restart. Okay, never mind. Should be okay. Oh. I tell you what, it is not fun dodging death pulses over and over again. especially when your whole build is centered around pulling enemies together. Haha. Gonna chase me and come through the traps. Where's my seneschal at, man? My seneschal's disappeared. How many? I need to kill some stuff and get potions. I'll stop in here. Oh my god, dude. The damage. I don't think I'll do these death pulse sigils, man. It's just too much it's dodging everything and plus the death pulse. Does too much damage. Just want to pick up the staff. Can't even pick up the staff. Let's get out of here. I should never ever cast that without having debilitating roar off cooldown. At least not for now until I get the flicker step. Once I get flicker step, it won't be so bad. Until I get flicker step, it feels awful to do it without having debilitating roar. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And of course, it didn't pull the stupid armor guy. Oh well, they all died. Yeah, see, the damage is good. Okay, I'm proud of that damage. I'm proud of that damage right there. That was good stuff. That was actually really good. It blew up all that entire pack of mobs. The only thing I'm interested in, I think, about the new gloves is the damage sharing. But I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Maybe it will be for dungeoning, but I might have to make 2 completely different setups for bossing. And not completely different, but at least decent enough different. Probably different gloves, different rings for bossing versus dungeoning. Which is fine. I don't think that's a big deal. It's only like a couple slots in my inventory. This is the fun part about... I'll look at the comment just a second. I shouldn't have used that. That was a terrible idea. Well, let's go ahead and pull everything and not die. Not die. Let's not die. Let's go around the merry-go-round. Take them around the merry-go-round. Yeah. Cut across the map. Keep going in a square. No, I'm feared. Feared. Debilitating roar. Okay. I'm gonna probably not die. Not die? Yes, die? Okay, I'm not dead. I'm not dead yet. I might not die. I did it. I've succeeded. I don't know how. I have no idea how I didn't die there, but I didn't die there. I'm going to chalk it up to skill. I'll say that's completely all skilled. No luck involved there. It was all skill right there. So for Stormclaw, I'm trying to figure out a build that I'm good with. Like, I think that it's good. I think that it's viable. But I also think that we might not be using the uniques. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think the unique would be good if it was accompanied by a glyph that also did something for our attack speed and our basic skill damage. Like, if we had a glyph that multiplied our basic skill damage again or something to really pump up that basic skill damage, but as it currently stands, I just don't think basic scale damage is going to... It doesn't scale high enough to overcome some of the obstacles you run into when you have to have such a, you know, close quarters build. Like when you're up in the enemy's face, you need damage like ASAP. And if you're sitting here hitting enemies, you know, I think we need a glyph that gives you like a multiplier to your that gives you a multiplier to your basic skill damage and then gives you attack speed that scales or something like that, or vice versa. Gives you a basic attack damage that scales with the glyph and then gives you a big chunk of attack speed, maybe basic skill attack speed when you unlock the additional bonus. Something like that, but the way it currently sits, I think I'm actually going to move away from the uniques and into a normal set of gloves. I just need to test some things out before I make a definitive choice on that. I would like to get a pair of gloves with attack speed and lucky hit chance. Let me go show you guys real quick. I'll show you guys real quick in the test dummy. Oh, what did I... Just sent me to the gate hall. I'm an idiot. Originally, I was like, let's go adaptability. Let's go ahead and pump up, I think, you know, 80% multiplicative damage to your basic skill. I was like, that's a no-brainer, right? And then I'm like, 200% multiplicative damage on the gloves. Man, that's going to make basic skills really start to smack. And, yeah, not so much. It definitely is good. I can kill all the bosses, but it's not really that fast. It's definitely, I can kill everything in under a minute, but again, it's just kind of slow. Why is my stream lagging so much today? I had a great night last night. My stream was perfect. Now all of a sudden it wants to lag again. I didn't even do anything different. Okay. So just for an example, this is the loop of adaptability with a max multiplier, right? 80%. So let's go. I'm going to go ahead and equip that over my inexorable will. And I also have a Runeworker's Conduit ring here, right? And I have overcharge. So we'll swap out Runeworkers for overcharge. All right, we'll pull up a boss. Runeworkers does so much damage. So we're going to just use a basic attack. You see, it's like, it's okay. Like, it's not too bad. You can definitely kill the bosses. You'll definitely get through, like, all the bosses and everything with this. But it might take you a second. And, again, I'm not buffing myself with anything. So, now, let me just swap this into my overcharge aspect. And I love this aspect. I've used this aspect since the beginning of the game. And we'll just swap out the 80% multiplier. It's an 80% multiplicative bonus to basic skills. Swap that out. Pull up the boss again. And mind you, this is based off of a lucky hit. And the damage is clearly better. Like, insanely better. And that's without any buffs from my barrier, from Tebow's will. It's at least 1.5 times better. And then when I go ahead and buff everything up, we'll swap that back out. I'll use my barrier. And you see what's smacking the hardest is my conduit aspect. It's hitting almost a mil. Where is it coming in at? I can't. Well, anyway, it hits almost a mil. Then I'll swap back out into my overcharge aspect. Make sure I have both of them. And I'll do it again. And you'll see there's a huge difference. Just in the speed. It's a clear difference. I mean, the boss is already dead there. So, I just don't think the multiplicative damage bonus is that good. Which is probably going to lead me to running a build without any kind of any kind of unique. I don't know about these pain gorgers. I think I love the idea of the damage sharing, but it just doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like I'm getting as much as I would like to get out of it. I might swap them out for a pair of gloves with conceded, so I get that multiplicative damage bonus towards the overcharge, as well as I can have a roll of lucky hit chance. I think having a roll of lucky hit chance would be really nice. And I also need to get a max chance to proc overcharge. I think I have a 16, but I don't have a max one yet. Where's conceded at? I know I have a conceded roll here. Oh, I'll pull it out just so I have it in my inventory. There we go. I got a 22. I'll keep it in my inventory. Because I will probably definitely swap that. Hopefully I'll have this build done by tomorrow. I want to have it done by tomorrow. I just need to get a pair of Flicker Step boots, which means I have to farm Duriel. Just going to go through this gear real quick and then hop back into the dungeon. Helltides all day, I guess. I'm going to have to do so many Helltides. Damage reduction, no. Okay, we're good to go. Let's do another tier 100. Let's do some blind burrows. I don't want to do death pulse, man. Everything's giving me death pulse. We'll do Vault of Cinders. Got a Shaco. Nice, brother. Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten into doing Duriel Party yet, but it's going pretty good. I think I'll have this Stormclaw build finished by tomorrow, which will be really nice. And I think it'll be very comparable to last season. Definitely not as much damage, but it should do work. Like, I think it will do decent work. But you'll have to have a setup for bossing that requires you to have like a Godslayer crown and a separate set of gloves, and then you'll have a setup for dungeoning. So, I'll make the build video, and then I'll make a video kind of explaining everything, so that way there is no confusion about what you need to do in order to make it actually work. But I definitely think it can work. Where is the Vault of Cinders? I don't know what is going on. Like, why am I getting this lag again? Last night was perfect. Maybe my computer's a night owl? I don't know. It's like I streamed at night, it was getting no lag whatsoever. Just keep going. Keep moving. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the inexorable will on. Really? That joke. That's exactly what I'm talking about, yo. Like, that is insane. Homie shot me with a laser beam off screen one time. Completely destroyed me. That's hilarious. And then it spawned me all the way back here. Yeah, I like Nature's Fury. That's always been my favorite key passive, man. Nature's Fury is, in my opinion, probably the best key passive that we have. It's the most flexible, that's for sure. Has a little bit of damage, has some nice adds nice survivability because you can cool down your bulwark and just so much that it does. Oh, I didn't need that. My gear's broken. My God. Well, let me go back to town to repair my gear. I don't know why I'm always messing up now with these traps. Let me pick up some stuff here. Okay, guys, settle down. Let me get my gear. Get out of here. Stupid wall. Man, it just pops a wall up. That was a terrible idea. Again, don't cast it without debilitating roar. Start spamming potions anytime I come across these enemies. Yeah, it's good damage. It's definitely good damage. We'll see what I can manage to do with bossing. I might run a couple bosses just to kind of test out some things as well. Always that laser beam, dude. Just random laser beam scorpion. It'd be nice if you could actually see him easier. Like, maybe you could pull your screen back some and you could actually zoom out and see that the guy is charging his laser beam. And then you could avoid it. Yeah, get that coffee, brother. Okay. I don't even know if you need the damage sharing, though. I don't even know. I probably don't even need it, to be honest. Start getting conceited, get that multiplicative damage bonus. That counts towards your storm stuff, and then you're just blowing stuff up. It's like, I like that. That works out. That worked out really well. That worked out really good. Can't imagine all the gloves I've probably busted that I could have used right now just to test some stuff out. I gotta stop doing that. I'll just break stuff just because I'm not using it at the moment. Do your thing. Just cast the roar and start spamming potions and attacking. That's all I need to do. Okay. Yeah, I think we're getting there. I think we're getting there. Like I said, as soon as I... Ooh, are you kidding me? Thank you, game. Thank you, game. That is amazing. Haha. Oh, I knew it would happen. I knew the first time I would get a great crone staff was not going to be from Varshan. It was going to be from a tier 100 dungeon. Thank you, developers, for making it like this, man. 925, 6 ranks to claw. I'll take the 135%. That's better than what I got at 100. Woo, that's nice. I'm really happy with that. Got a nice crone staff. Gonna have to throw that bad boy on there. Oh, it's so beautiful. That is nice. Eat your heart out, viewers. Look at my beautiful crone staff. Look upon my masculine staff and be jealous. I think if I, you know what, I don't even. I'm sure it wouldn't. Maybe it would. I don't know. I mean, honestly, it sucks that they have so many split pools of damage reduction. Damage reduction from distant, damage reduction from close. It might, honestly, but I don't know how much damage it does. So it's like. Oh man, I'm happy with that staff, man. Very happy to get that. That's gonna just make my damage go through the roof. Look at the, let's compare the two. 321. Yeah. We're about to do some serious. And look at that damage to close enemies roll. It's almost perfect. Gotta love it. Man, I deserve that. I deserve that staff. I like to get a 925 chest piece that I want to wear. That extra armor would be nice. I could start taking stuff back out of my jewelry, put some skill points elsewhere. Until I get a better chest piece and a better pair of boots. Hopefully I'll get a good pair of gloves I can do some testing with. Why is it lag? Man, that's so annoying. Let me go back into a dungeon and just fix everything. Last night, everything ran smooth. Suddenly, getting that weird lag again. What's up, Joe? How you doing, brother? Good morning, or good afternoon, I should say. 11 minutes past noontime. Or wait, I don't know. Is it afternoon? Is it still considered afternoon? Let me get out. I don't know why it's doing it again, man. I thought this problem resolved itself. I was streaming last night. Everything was beautiful. Nothing, no issue. And then bang. More lag. Well, I'm not getting any lag. It only happens when I stand still in town. I might start trying to stream on Twitch. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think there's probably something going on with my something in the background of all of my computer or something. I don't know. Crit strike, lucky hit chance with a barrier. No. Okay. Now let's go back out of here. And then come back in. That's a pain in the neck. If anybody's ever had this issue or is tech savvy, let me know if you've ever seen this where it's like I don't lag when I'm moving really fast and doing all of the stuff, but then suddenly when I sit still, my computer, maybe it's not my computer, but my stream lags up for some strange reason. That was a bad idea. All right, let's focus in. Let's focus in. Of course, of course. Gotta have electrified obelisks, right? Spam casting potions. And I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Oh, that's hilarious. And I'm frozen for the whole duration of it. That's great. Can I get in? Ah, no. Okay. Let's see how fast we can move through here. I'll try to only use my combo when I need to. Oh my god, dude. Maybe it's just these dungeons. I don't feel like I have this issue when I'm running normal Nightmare dungeons. But when I'm running these vault dungeons, man, I feel like there's just so many mechanics with these enemies that do so much damage. I think it's mainly the Scorpions, Laser Beam, and then the Vizier Construct overall just attack. Just because it can be so overwhelming so quickly. Anything else doesn't feel so bad. Everything else is kind of mid in terms of damage, but those enemy types... They just start launching that beam, boy. Feels like they can hit you with it from anywhere on the map. Yeah, get out of there. I need movement speed on my boots. Once I get movement speed on my boots, I'll be able to outrun them a lot faster and reset them. Haha. Little did that trap know I wanted to hit it. Look at this Joker just standing in the doorway trying to kill me. think we're almost there. I think we're almost where I want this to be at. Once I get a pair of gloves to test out to see if conceited is better overall than having the pain gorgers, and then I do a couple bosses to make sure the damage is good enough for people to get through bossing with no issue, then we will be good to go. I'll probably swap around some of the Paragon board too, now that I just feel like I'll get much more out of other things. That'll free up a lot of points. This is easy to do because I just slide up and down this wall here. Slide up and down the wall, go around stuff. It's much easier. Wait for the 30 seconds, then cast my deal one time and clear everything. Just spam cast my potions while I have my debilitating roar up. Usually can survive pretty much everything. Get out of here. This is the treasure room. Man, I had high hopes for these gloves, but I just don't know, man. I get so much out of my aspects, and honestly, like, if I just keep buffing up my electrocution and werewolf, just feels like it sends my damage up pretty high. And if I get a 20% chance to proc overcharge on an aspect, it's like game over. Like, there's nothing that's gonna be better than that. I still wonder if it would be worth running the gloves in dungeons just for the damage sharing, though. That's the only thing I do question. Like, but at the end of the day, it might not be, just because you get more lucky hit chance out of gloves. You can get attack speed, lucky hit chance, and crit chance. And all stats or willpower or something like that. Yeah, that was new. They added that when they did the patch. You got that chest sitting outside there. Lucky hit, crit, resource generation. I might keep that for my lightning storm build. Okay. Look at my seneschal doing work right there. Alright, let's drop these off in the chest real quick. Oh, I also got to put on some gems. Let me not forget that. And I think we'll keep the rest of that. We'll do vulnerability gems because they're better. Get that crit chance of vulnerable enemies. And then we will do bleed resist, unstoppable, dodge breakers, death pulse. Definitely not death pulse. I am not touching death pulse. I don't really like Vaults of Ink. I think it's a pain just to see all the different damage coming towards your character, but I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm so up close and personal with the enemies. Now if I could just get a pair of Flicker Step boots out of the chest, that'd be nice. Then I wouldn't have to go do Duriel a bunch of times. Well, I'll still have to do Duriel because I need to get Uber Uniques for my Lightning Storm build. I cannot wait to get some uber uniques for that build. Yeah, of course. Of course, this is why I don't want to do the Vault of Ink. Almost there. You're close, man. You're close. You're past the brunt of the day. You just have the small amount of time now. Just don't look at the clock. Don't look at the clock. It's always the last. It's always like the last 2 hours that drag, and then the very last hour. Not the last 2 hours. The last 2 hours before the last hour, I should say. Then the last hour seems to fly by. Well, at least it does when I work and stuff. Always seems like that very last hour goes by pretty quick. The way people were talking about Stormclaw this season, like it wouldn't even be able to do like anything. I think it's just because people were looking at the, I don't know. It's like, this definitely has something. I even might use it for doing leaderboards just because of the inexorable will. It works so well with inexorable will. You could pull all the enemies to an area and just blow them up underneath like a bonus or something. However that works. I like it. You could have all of these different, there's just so many things you can do when you can reposition enemies like you can with inexorable will. And the way, how far it pulls enemies away, it's crazy. I don't even know why it pulls enemies from so far away. Just spam, like I said. Pop debilitating roar and then just start spam casting your potions. You should be able to survive. I think I need to go back. All right. Make sure I have a whole setup here. Yeah, that's definitely when the fun begins, man. All right. It's nice to see that poison is still as annoying as ever. Poison dots, the worst dots in the game. Except for when you use poison. When you use poison, doesn't do anything. When the enemy uses poison, almost kills you in less than a second. Like, you gotta love that. I tried rolling movement speed on these boots. I just gave up. It was so annoying. They're good rolls other than that, but I was like, I'm going to end up getting Flicker Step. I'm not wasting all of my gold to roll on boots that I'm not going to even use eventually. But boy, I would really appreciate some movement speed right now. Let's just go around all this stuff and just ignore it. This one's a little bit harder to avoid everything. You just slide through. Well, not really. I can just slide up and down this wall here. Just constantly go back and forth. Try to run away, bro. Try to run away. I don't think so. I'm not about to let that man get away. Let's go. It sucks that I'm going to have to go do helltides. It does. Because I do want to continue. I just need to get some stuff to roll some affixes. I just have so much work to do on my glyphs. Dude, I'm so happy I got that crone staff. That's such a good crone staff. $925 Mad Wolves. Look at all that. Look at the damage, the max life, the damage reduction. I would love to run Mad Wolves, but I need the tankiness from a chest piece. I don't have any slots to run Mad Wolf, unfortunately. There's just no options for that. Barrier gen, basic attack, speed. I like the ones I have right now. This helmet. Attack speed, dex, barrier gen. All right, I'm gonna hop into some just do a helltide. That way I can get some crafting material, some affix materials. I need some forgotten souls and everything. Plus, I always need living still. That's great, Samuel. I'm happy you're liking the Stormclaw build, man. I mean the Lightning Storm build. I hope I can get the Uber uniques for that build, so that way I can actually go ahead and do the entire build with Uber uniques the way I want to do it. Hopefully I can get that done soon. Yeah, I appreciate you. You can share it as much as you want. Again, just for anybody who's coming in watching who might be new to my channel, new to the stream, for some reason when I stand in town or stuff like that, my stream lags. I have no idea why. It wasn't doing that last night, but then suddenly it started to do it again in the morning time. So maybe it has something to do with my internet. I don't know. My internet's really good, and I'm not using any kind of, obviously not going to use Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't take you too long to get Tempest, though. I mean, you get a couple Duriel kills in, you know, eventually you'll get it. It'll happen. It'll happen sooner probably than you think. Just getting all the stuff to summon Duriel can be a bit annoying. And then obviously you got to find a barb that will one-shot Duriel in a 4-person party so you can do rotations. That always makes it much easier. Hopefully we can get quite a few. I need also those friendly roses or whatever. I keep running out of those too. Oh, I just ran out of the helltide. Oh. There we go. Or Fiend Rose, Friendly Rose. That's hilarious. It'll be so nice to get to get that flicker step. I don't even know why I picked that chest piece up. I'm not going to use none of this gear out here. It's like no point to even pick this gear up anymore when you can get 925 stuff. Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about barbarians, right? I was like, when I looked at the patch notes, I was like, this isn't going to do anything to barbarians. Like, barbarians were doing so much damage before before the patch. They would literally have to nerf that class by like 99% of its damage, and it would still be doing a decent amount of damage. When you're hitting like billions of damage and most enemies have like a few million like most enemies have like maybe the bosses maybe have a few million health, nothing too crazy, and you're over here smacking for over a bill. I think I seen Rob make a post on X. He hit over a bill already again, and I was like, I already knew that was going to happen. It's like 5 days into the season, barbs are already hitting over 1 billion damage. No surprise. I don't even know why they nerfed overpower, which was fine. It needed to be nerfed, but that's not the problem. There's something in there. There's something in the math with barbarian that's just causing them to deal insane amounts of damage with overpower. So I don't know. It's not for me to figure out. That's for Blizzard to figure out. Oh, I don't know what the max roll Stormclaw build is, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't really look at a lot of build guides. I pretty much just make my stuff and then, you know, share it. But I don't know what they use. I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out after I release my build guide because I don't want anything to influence what I'm doing. Like once I release my build, then I'll be like, okay, I don't mind looking over here, looking there. I just don't like to have any kind of influence over what I think is gonna work, because sometimes it leads you in the wrong direction. Sometimes it leads you in the right direction. But I don't want it to like kill my creativity with the build. But so far, I'm pretty happy with it. So far, I'm doing a decent amount of damage. I can definitely clear tier 100 dungeons. I need a pair of Flicker Step boots. Once I get a pair of Flicker Step boots, I'll have a lot more survivability because I'll be able to constantly cast my ultimate more often, and then I won't have to worry so much about getting blown up every 2 seconds. And I'll have movement speed on my boots, which will make me faster, which will be really nice. And then I'll do some bossing to see where I'm at with the bosses. I think we're going to do well with the bosses. I think this build will definitely do better. Unfortunately, though, I think it's going to end up much like it was in Season 2. I was really hoping for there to be something that I wanted to use. Not that there, I could be completely wrong. I'm gonna try out a regular pair of gloves with Conceited, But it seems like it's just going to be the exact same build I was running in Season 2. Just less attack speed and like more, well, just less attack speed. Nothing else. Which is fine. I mean, I'm good with that. I just wish that, I don't know. I like the damage, like I said earlier, I like the damage sharing aspect of the new gloves, but it just doesn't feel like basic skills actually scale well enough. And I feel like we need a glyph or something for basic skills. We need a glyph and a paragon board for basic skills with a legendary node, so that way we can actually like build out a true basic skill build. But again, like the damage I'm getting out of my aspects is just so much higher than the damage I'm getting out of my basic skills. So I don't, you know, I don't even do these events, man. I don't even really care to do these events. I get more cinders faster not doing the events. I'm using Pain Gorgers right now, but I might end up not using Pain Gorger. I might end up not using them. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when I test out regular pair of gloves with lucky hit chance and conceded, and I'll see where the damage is at. If the damage is, you know, comparable, I'll probably just run Pain Gorgers, but there's a part of me that thinks like the damage is just going to be better, because most of my damage is coming from my aspects. Most of the real damage that I get is coming from my aspects. Like when I hit a good rune worker proc, like a good rune worker lightning bolt, that thing does almost 1,000,000 damage. And there's nothing else that's like comparable. When I get an overcharge proc, the boss is just, well, the enemies just die. I haven't tested it out on a boss yet. So yeah, the poison, man. I don't, I think it does. No, it doesn't. Never mind. I think you have to deal like damage. You know what I did actually? I'll let you guys know this. So what I did for my build to, you know, constantly have that ability to like proc Pain Gorger on enemies is I went ahead and put Fortify on my Seneschal so that my Seneschal could give me reliable Fortify. And I went into my Bulwark here, and I just started using Innate Earthen Bulwark, so that way when it explodes, it automatically marks enemies. So when I recast my Bulwark, it'll automatically mark enemies because the Bulwark will explode and deal damage. And then obviously a Hurricane. You can mark enemies with your Hurricane. So that's another easy way to mark enemies. But I can't really keep Hurricane on cooldown constantly. So the best way I found is just to constantly have up Earthen Bulwark and then use Innate Earthen Bulwark and get that nice explosion off of that to proc your Pain Gorger. And then obviously, you know, your companion, you're using your Poison Creeper active. I'll do some more tier 100s. I just need to get some Forgotten Souls and stuff. For anybody who's just joining in. Why can we not sprint on our horse through town? Somebody answer that question for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it won't. You might have to just have something that actually does damage with it, like one of the aspects. But I don't know. I think maybe if it just did damage, Which there is an aspect that does, what is it, poison enemies with debilitating roar? I think it makes it like a werewolf skill. I don't know. No, it doesn't. There's a unique. There's a unique that does that. There's a unique that makes blood howl and debilitating roar deal damage. It's like the mace. No one uses it because it's pretty bad, but you could make a pretty creative build, I think, out of it. Maybe, possibly. Thanks, brother. Yeah, absolutely, my man. Yeah, I'm glad you stopped by, and I appreciate your support. I'll tell you why. Let me tell you why the horse feels like it sucks, okay? Because last season we had a season journey that basically made it where we could infinitely sprint, and this season they didn't give it to us, and now we have to have that cooldown. I've said this a million times, and it's my soapbox for the game right now. It's so simple, but it's just something I wish they would do something about. They just need to take the cooldowns off the horse. Like, take all the cooldowns off the horse. There's no point for there to be cooldowns on the horse. It's just for traveling from point A to point B. There's literally no purpose to have this many cooldowns on the horse. Like, keep the cooldown when you get dismounted. I'm fine with that, but everything else needs to go. Sprint cooldown, take it off. Cooldown to do your attack off the horse, take it off. And the big one, take off the cooldown when you dismount your horse on purpose. Like, just too many cooldowns. I don't know who did that. I feel like they're trolling us, like, with all the cooldowns. I think off stream, I'm just gonna grind like I'm just gonna spend a day off stream grinding helltides. I know this isn't the most exciting thing to watch me do, doing helltides. I just wanted to get one in so that way I could at least try to re-roll some things. Oh yeah, yeah, the knockback obelisks, bro. I was like, why are they knocking you back so often? Why make it so often, and why make it proc so fast? It's so many little things, man. It just was so funny that they did that. I think some things that just surprise me, like some things that are just so glaringly obvious that they're a bad idea, that they just kind of like don't actually, that they just push through and then they go back and patch. It's like, why would you put? I always wonder like how much. I don't know. I always wonder like are the developers like avid gamers? Do they play Diablo 4? Do they love their game to play their game? Or are they like playing every other game out there and then they just come and make Diablo 4 for their job? I know, maybe that's the case. I don't know. Because that was an obvious one. Like, that knockback was annoying, bro. Like, every 2 seconds you're getting knocked back. You can't activate the deal to get the elemental core. I can't imagine playing a class without like built-in unstoppable like a druid with a bulwark, because then you just have to constantly try to fight through that. It would be super annoying. Yeah, go ahead, ask away. I'm looking for attack speed, uh, lucky hit chance, crit chance are the main three. And then if possible, like it don't need to be a perfect roll, but attack speed, lucky hit chance, crit chance. Those are the gloves that I'm looking for. Hopefully, I'd really like a high roll on lucky hit, preferably like a high roll on lucky hit and attack speed. I just need to test to see if these pain gorgers are worth having on compared to just having more lucky hit chance to proc my aspects. Let's see. Nothing good. Okay. And this is nothing good. Let's go kill a boss real quick. Let's go kill Galvanic Saint. So for the bossing, this is how I'll have it set up, I think. So when you're doing dungeons, you need the armor. Obviously, you got to have high armor. You got to have like 13,400 armor for tier 100s. That's like the perfect amount of armor to have. And then for bossing, you don't need that armor. So we'll do Godslayer crown instead of a regular helmet. So Godslayer crown with Runeworker's conduit, and that should be a pretty decent bossing setup. And then when you're doing dungeons, it's Erida's Inexorable Will with the overcharge aspect and a normal helm to get that armor with a helm with Juggernaut. And I think that'll be a perfect setup for that. Now, the only question is Pain Gorgers worth having on? So if Pain Gorgers isn't worth having on, then we might keep a pair in our inventory just in case the damage sharing in dungeons is better than not having it. It may be better just to have that damage sharing. But for bossing, there's no point to have damage sharing, so we might not end up using it. And then Elixir of Cruelty would probably be the best elixir to run with this build. I feel like there's something up with my drink thing. This thing never gives me the water I desire. So when you're going through the dungeons at first, like when you're about to fight a boss, there's always these enemies in front of you. So what I always do is I wait to equip my Godslayer crown until I get to the boss. And then I equip it. Oh, you don't need to, you can level with a lightning storm build. You don't have to transition to it. Yeah, man, that is just so much better. Overcharged aspect is just so much better than anything else. You see how fast I killed that boss? Now, if I had the adaptability that gives me that big multiplicative damage bonus, not even close to that fast. That's so slow. All right, let's get over here in the corner. Yeah, just more crit. having that elixir of cruelty when you're doing bossing would just really speed up your bossing. More crit would be great. Yeah, so for Lightning Storm, my human Lightning Storm build, you don't need to be any specific level. You can actually, I have 3 separate videos of with different leveling builds from 1 to 50, from 50 to 70. I know a lot of people use rabies. I didn't use rabies. You can just put a poison. You could just let your Seneschal companion poison everything. I don't really care to use rabies. That's what I used the majority of the time. I don't know if I'll play a bear build this season. That's a good roll. Wait, what was those? What those gloves have? All right, let me go see if I can't roll a better affix on these gloves. Just a lucky hit would be nice, I think. Let's do lucky hit. Lucky hit. Come on. Oh. Thank you. All right, let's go over here. Actually, while I'm in there, I'll go ahead and put conceded on that. I just got a pair of gloves, brother. I just got a pair of gloves. I got crit on it. I got one now, so we're good. But I do thank you for it. I was able to get lucky hit. I don't need it to be perfect. I just needed to be able to test it. Let's see. Let's upgrade it all the way. All right. With and without pain gorgers. Let's see what happens. So we got conceded. We got conceded. Rune worker overcharge. And then we'll try pain gorger overcharge rune worker. See which one does which one does better. So let's pull out the boss. Let's go Pangor first, and then we'll swap it out. We got our lucky hit, conduit. There we go. Let's go. Well, we'll have to do barrier. We're gonna have to do barrier. So we'll do barrier to activate our T-bows. And Pangorger. Okay, it's not too bad. Now let's try concede it out. They seem pretty close. Let's... see. How hard is this, I don't know, once I hit my hurricane, I feel like it just deletes the boss. I think they're pretty comparable. Let's do a dungeon. Let's do a few dungeons. Let's do a few dungeons, swapping them in and out. I think I might get more out of the unique gloves in dungeon. So we'll do one with conceited, see how this works. See how well conceited works out. Oh my god. I should have just dashed past. I didn't need to do all that. I didn't need to go through and kill all that stuff. It's wasting my time. Oh, that's why I'm running around with the Godslayer crown on. I completely forgot to swap out of it. That's why I ended up dying. I was like, why did I die so fast? Usually I don't die that quick. Oh, that was a bad idea. I think I might like the Paingorger, actually. I'm sitting here testing with my Godslayer crown. I didn't even realize I had that on. Hey, what's up, Michael? Because I think these will just work a lot better. That damage sharing definitely helps. Oh yeah, that definitely works better. Yeah, so I think the gloves are worth it. Especially because they do have the damage sharing. Keep that beast totem, heavy helm. So now all I need is a nice set of flicker step boots. And I think the build will be ready. I feel like Druid needs like one more slot. One more affix slot. Like if they could just give us a totem we could carry around and swap between, similar to like Barb where you can swap between one hand and two hand weapons, but you carried the totem with you wherever you went instead of it having to like leave it in your inventory. Just one extra slot, one small weapon slot, not a two-hander slot. And I think we'd be pretty good. Like, yeah, definitely Paingorger, guys. Definitely Paingorger. I definitely like them. Maybe not for bosses, but for dungeons, definitely. That's nice, because at least I'll have something new. Is A not working on my controller? What's going on? I like tapped A 1,000 times just now. I didn't want to. Alright, I'm fine with that. I don't know what happened. Like I was, something was bugging out or like spam tapping, just tapping A like crazy, and it's not, letting me use my debilitating roar. I cannot stand Stormwrath, man. It's like watching a serial killer movie. Just slowly follows you, catches up to you, and just annoys you. Oh my god, dude. Stop hitting me. So let me grab this. Please let me grab the thing. Let me hit this lever. I didn't even hear it go off that time. Usually I can hear the roar, but... Just go ahead and burn through enemies that I can. Pull them away from me. Gotta love the electrified obelisks. The unattackable electrified obelisk. That does too much damage. I like wind shear for the resource generation. That's why I like wind shear. What is that? I'm getting poisoned. That was weird. Okay. I think I'll save up my ultimate for the 30-second mark. We'll just slide back and forth between these two. I don't even care anymore. I'll take all the traps. I don't even care. Just get me out of here. My God. Get me out. Get me out. Get me out. Never again. Not with that stupid Stormwrath. The thing is annoying. I don't even care. No more Stormwrath. That was super, super annoying. kind of want to see how far I can push the first phase of Lilith with this before she jumps and starts calling down all of her waves. I have a lot of normal, no death pulse, no death pulse, no storm wrath. Well, storm wrath's not bad for the normal dungeons. Armor breakers. Oh, that's 70s. No lightning storm. Just a lot of storm wrath. Let's do rim scar. All right. See, man, it's just so much easier. Doing normal dungeons is just so much easier than doing these doing the nightmare normal ones is so much easier than doing those ridiculous vault dungeons with all the different enemy types. Granted, the reward is much nicer. I will say that. The reward is much nicer. It feels like you could just run through all these enemies. When I get that flicker step, it's going to be game over. Just imagine just constantly having flicker step up, constantly being able to flicker step, flicker step. Okay. Constantly being able to get feared into a giant explosion. I didn't want to go there anyway. Let's see, the next one should be over here. And there we are. Yeah, it definitely clears through these nightmare dungeons pretty easily. It's just the bossing. Like, is it going to be the bossing? So do remember though, like my in-game, like the very, very final like version of the Lightning Storm build is going to be an axe and totem. Like it's going to be an axe and totem because I wanted the extra aspect slot because we're using two different Uber uniques. So if you want to stick it out with axe and totem, that's fine. If you want to play around with the two-hander, I like two-hander for right now. But once I get the Uber uniques, it's definitely going to be axe and totem. Never mind. I've got to go the other way. Just preference, man. I just kind of go back and forth between glyphs. I go till 15, and then after that, I don't really care how I level them. I'll level the ones that I like the most, like that I think will do the most for my build. So like electrocution or werewolf. Then the rest, it's not really. It's such an incremental increase in terms of damage output that it doesn't really matter if I decide to go back and forth or if I decide to do one all the way to 21. Because it gives you the same percentage increase. It's not like it's giving you a greater percentage increase once you for each level. Yeah, overpower is still probably relevant. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not relevant. I would just say that it's like half as powerful as it was last season. So it should still be good. Like it's people just people just react to things in extreme ways for some reason. No one like gives a fair-minded review of stuff. It's always got to be like it's either insanely good or it's really bad. And the truth is, it's like it's right in the middle. It's probably good. It's not as good as it was. You'll still kill stuff really easily, but maybe you won't like one-shot everything. Maybe you'll have to like put a little effort in that, but it will still be really good. Like this. With Stormclaw, I'm not killing through things as fast as I was in Season 2, but it's still good. Like, I'm still getting through Tier 100 dungeons. I'm still, you know, surviving the majority of the time. I haven't failed any dungeons. Granted, I did play my Stormclaw in hardcore last season, but I just feel like playing in hardcore with Druid right now, I don't know. I'll definitely be doing it in mid-season. I'm just not sure what build I'm going to go for yet. I probably will just stay completely away from doing the dungeons. What am I doing? I don't even need to do this. I started killing enemies for no reason. I'll probably just stay away from doing the nightmare vaults, the seasonal nightmare vaults. I'll level my companions somehow without doing them. Or I might just do like really low tier ones that I know are not going to like get one shot or anything. I just don't know what build I'm going to run yet. Go to the boss. I don't need a bunch of enemies in here. Yeah, this ain't too bad. And this is without the conduit aspect. That's not too bad whatsoever. Just finish werewolf, and then I'll do spirit. You can get him at level 70. I was getting 925 gear pretty consistently in level 70 and above. I didn't even honestly, I think you could just farm level 70s and you'll get 925 gear pretty consistently. I was getting a lot of it. The majority of my gear was 925, like past 70, I think 70 or 75, something like that. It was between that. What do I have? Let's get rid of these. Just go through these real quick. Keep that one. Keep that one. Let's just get rid of any overcharge, any Stormwrath. I hate Stormwrath. It's so annoying. No armor breaker. Let me let's go do a quick bossing. We'll just do a rotation of bosses. Oh, that's funny. PayPal. Man, I ain't buying no Duriel sets. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not buying anything for a game that works on a season. You gotta be kidding me. Cool, cool. Let me know how you like it, Thomas. Yeah, I'm not purchasing mats for a seasonal content when all my gear is basically gonna get sent to the Eternal Realm once I'm. No way. No way am I gonna pay money for that. No way. That's crazy. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what this Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. The damage is looking good. The damage isn't looking too bad. Let's do a one Duriel run. Let's do one Duriel run and see how well we do with Duriel. Yeah, definitely. Oh, my battle tag is down in the description of the video of the stream. So go ahead and add me up, and we'll jump into a party. I'll help. I got a couple. I got a couple. I got two, and I can craft some more. So if anybody needs Beast in the Ice, and they can, yeah, this isn't a carry now. This is a Stormclaw build. This isn't a barbarian. Okay. So if anybody needs to do Beast in the Ice or whatever, definitely join me. I'm just gonna do one Duriel run just to test out the damage on Duriel. Maybe I'll get lucky with this and get a nice set of Flicker Step. I wonder how good the damage will be when I start running elixirs. I don't want to just use elixirs for no reason. Yeah, give me just 1 second. Let me just do this, and then we will get it. We will get it together. Okay. Come on. Where's it at? Give it to me. It's not too bad. This is definitely faster than it was before. I think it's that hurricane, man. I get that hurricane going. Get that lucky hit chance going off the hurricane. I haven't got a good X-Falls yet. That's not too bad. It's pretty close to max. We'll keep it. All right, let's... We'll do a couple runs there, and then we can go into some other things. My little man. Looks just like his mommy. All right, let's go ahead. Hey, what's up? What's up? I'll be over there in just a second. Let's see if these are better for bossing. Just having the conceited aspect. Let's go. I got plenty of distilled fear too, so you're good to go. We can do this. I think we could probably do this until you get the gloves. Just two werewolves chilling. I wish they would take this out. I hate this part of the Beast in the Ice. I think it's kind of unique, but it's not unique in a good way. It's unique in a really annoying way. Like, I don't want to have to run through this every time to fight Beast in the Ice. This winding path. Am I even going the right way? I think I'm going the right way. Lord have mercy. I feel like they shortened it a little bit, though. Seems a little bit shorter. Hopefully he's not too tanky. It shouldn't matter, though. Oh, yeah. There we go. Alright, now. Make sure you dodge. Get ready to dodge again. One more time. My boy's 3 for 3. 3 for 3 right there. That's the skill. My boy's killing the game. Sliding out, just sliding you out of the platform. That's such a funny animation. It's so funny watching you just get yoinked right off the plane. That's probably one of the funnier looking things. A skull torch. What is this? I got a skull torch. Nice. That's so funny. Just keep getting yoinked right off the platform over and over again. That's some BS right there. Oh, let's do another one. Did you get anything good? Tell me when you're out. We'll get it reset. Let's go. That new cosmetic looks kind of cool. Yo, got the chest. Nobody needs a stinking chest. We need gloves, man. We need gloves. I'm in here. I'm gonna start clearing the way. Yeah, you can come back in. I'm just clearing stuff. I love how they keep trying to buff Cataclysm, but it petrifies just so much better. Petrifies just so much better. Oh yeah, no problem, brother. Like I said, I wanted to start doing. I wanted to play in softcore because I wanted to have more more parties and stuff. In hardcore, I'm like pretty strict on how I play. I always do solo self-found, and I never do. I do solo self-found, and I never use the trade system, which is part of self-found, obviously. But and always, 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 I never use any type of exploit or bug or anything like that, or at least that I'm not knowingly, you know, aware of. I'm just killing some extra stuff up here, waiting for you. Let's go up this way. I'm just making a guess it's up here. Yeah, I think Bestial Rampage, I don't know. It just doesn't do enough for me. I like Nature's Fury, man. I love Nature's Fury. Just constantly having Unstoppable up, constantly being able to run around with your barrier and everything. I definitely like the attack speed you get from Bestial Rampage. I still think that passive needs to be buffed significantly, though. I think it needs to be way better than what it is. What is he doing? Get over here, man. I think I might actually like Conceited for bossing. Let's go. Yeah, definitely Conceited. I don't care about that, man. You can't do nothing with me. He's gonna fall and die. He didn't know he was dead yet, that's all. I got an axe. I got two things. Did I get two things? No, just an axe. Let me look at it. I'll add you up, brother. What is my attack speed currently? Where'd it go? Should be right up here in damage stuff. I think I like 10% here. Plus, I get my basic skill attack speed from my rapid aspect. Yeah, my stream is on a delay. Well, I think it can't change that on YouTube. I don't know how to change that if it's I think YouTube just has a delay. Let me craft one of these. That's why I think I probably should start streaming on Twitch. It'd be easier to monitor my stream a little bit, just because when I'm on YouTube, everything does have a delay. So, but I don't know. I get, like I said yesterday, I get solicited too much on Twitch by people trying to like do overlays and stuff. It's really annoying. It's one of the big reasons why I swapped over to a different platform, just because I wasn't really. I would get the occasional viewer here and there, but I was like, I needed to. It's kind of hard just to sit at the bottom of Twitch, where it's like the no-go zone. You know, no one's scrolling all the way down the bottom. Except for someone trying to get me to purchase their services. I think I would, if I wanted, I don't know about, like, I think I would want more attack speed if the basic skills did a lot more damage. Then I would probably go more attack speed. I get a pretty decent amount of procs off my hurricane with my aspects. I think the hurricane is what does the most, actually. It's crazy how many procs you get. Well, I got a pair of gloves. That's funny. I just got the ascetic wrap gloves from a drop in here. Off of killing an enemy. That's always what happens. When you no longer need them, you get them all the time. Just get a random pair of ascetic wraps off of an enemy. I wish we could keep our hurricane up much more reliably. I wish they would extend the duration of it or change the passive instead of getting your percentage increase, just give you a flat damage. I mean, a flat duration increase to your hurricane. Do 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 do. Stop jumping up in the air, bro. Die. That's all good, man. That's the beautiful thing about playing this game mode. You don't have to worry about dying. Oh wow, that's a nice I'll keep that just in case. Yeah, same here. I had to salvage stuff. You got to get the symbiotic aspect. The symbiotic aspect is what really makes Nature's Fury really good because it resets all of your non-ultimate skills of the opposing elemental type that you're using. It's very good. I think I need to get some coffee. All right. I'm going to start clearing stuff while you're scrapping everything. I think I got a couple more I can make. Let's just keep going straight. I think straight's a good idea. Oh, never mind. We came to a fork in the road. That looks like it leads us back around. Maybe go this way. Oh. This looks like it goes back around too. Hi, what I would do for a map overlay, man. I would love to have a map overlay. If we could have a nice little small map overlay, like up into the top left of your screen, just a nice kind of something where you could really watch where you're going. 'Cause I'm always looking at my map. It's half the time why I die. And he's up, up and away. Do 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 do. No, he jumped at the wrong time. Get down here. Are you kidding me? So dramatic how he lifts his hand up in the air. A ring. I wish I could make a Zenith ring actually fit in this build. I don't think I'm going to be able to. The Frostburn. Those were good in Season 2. I love Frostburn in Season 2. I loved using that on my Druid, my Stormclaw. You would just freeze up everything. It was a great way to add some like indirect damage reduction. I don't know. Do I have any more? Yes, we do. Let's go. I kept resetting it just out of habit. You don't have to reset that. Man, when you get those wraps, bro, it's gonna just change the way Lightning Storm feels. They're so good. Like, those wraps are so good. Yeah, unfortunately. He has a couple set of gloves though. He's got the wraps, he's got the pain gloves and everything, so I just think it's funny that I was just randomly killing these enemies and got a pair of those of aesthetic wraps to drop. We're killing the boss, I get a pair of aesthetic wraps to drop from a random mob. Oops. Come on, man. I don't want to use my ultimate just in case he... There he goes back up, back down. Yeah, trample's really good. I enjoy trample. Anything that makes you unstoppable, anything that breaks the crowd control effect is good. That's why I like Nature's Fury so much, just because you can constantly spam your bulwark and you don't have to worry about crowd control effects too much. Fists of Fate. I'd love to run Mad Wolves just because, like I said, I love movement speed. It's just I don't have any room for it. I wish we did have just one extra slot for an aspect. If we just had one small slot for an aspect, it would change the way we could run Druid. Yeah, no problem. I do not mind. Get through all this stuff. I have to go pick up my son at like, I think like 3 o'clock. Let me ask my wife. I think it's 3 o'clock. So I'll have to get off here soon. But then I'll probably start a stream up later. It seems like I don't lag so much later at night. I really don't think it's my internet. I mean, I have like 1 gig up and down, so I don't know why it would be my internet. It can't be my computer. It has to be, I don't know. It's only when I'm in town, only when I stand still, my stream lags. I don't lag, but my stream lags. Hopefully I can get a pair of Flicker Step boots by tonight. That's the goal. Flicker Step today. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like instead of making us have to unequip the totem, just let us have the slot and swap between two hand and one hand. It would really do a lot for the class overall. Bang. Let's do some earth in the sky. They're a wrath skill. It should give it to you. If you're running Nature's Fury, you should be able to get Hurricane off of it. Hey, you got the Pain Gorger. That's good. That's one of the pair of gauntlets. It's better than getting the Frost gauntlets. We'll do a couple more. Yeah, we'll do a couple more, and then I gotta get off here so I can go get my boy. But then like I said, I'll be back on tonight, probably for a couple hours. I also need to get something to eat and get some more coffee. I'm a little bit tired still. I like well, if you have a barrier, I like conceded to get multiplicative damage because it affects everything. So that's what I typically like to run. Conceded works really well. I think for bossing, I actually prefer conceded. For dungeons, definitely running Pain Gorger. For bossing, I like the conceded gloves. I think I feel a little bit of a difference, a little more damage coming out of the conceded gloves. But that damage sharing from Pain Gorger is just too valuable. When you get a nice pull in with your Eridas from your Petrify, you just blow everything up. It's gonna make running with Flicker Steps so good. Well, that was a waste. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it was a waste. Come on, ascetic wraps. Ascetic wraps. Let's go. And he's dead. Need anything from there. Yeah, metamorphosis, man. I've had a couple people say that. I don't blame you. I miss it too. I miss that. I miss the fact that you could jump over the top of walls with it. That's the one thing I miss the most about it. Obviously, you had that reliable, unstoppable. You could break CC constantly. It was so nice. But just being able to jump over the top of waller enemies, that was so beneficial. I got one more. Uno mas. I believe it. I believe we can get it for you. I believe either way. I'll be like I said. I'll be back on a little bit later. So if anybody's around, you guys want to party, I definitely just need to farm some Duriel today, man. I hope I can find a group of people, maybe beg a barb or two to one shot Duriel over and over again in a party. If not, I'll just solo the joke. Maybe two party. I could definitely clear them two, but four people it would take forever. Oh my god, two people definitely. Four people, no. As soon as I'm done making this Stormclaw, I'm going to swap this back to my Lightning Storm. And then I'm going to level a character for specifically for the Stormclaw build. I'm missing so much crit chance, man. I got such a bad roll on crit chance on these gloves, but it had a max multiplier. I wish it had more crit chance. I have the lowest roll crit chance on these gloves. It's like 4.5%. It's awful. Look at this. 4.5%. That should never be able to happen. They need to raise the floor of the high tier items. Like 925 gear should never roll with a 4.5 crit chance. Are we gonna get him? Yes, we did. Well, I got gloves. Did you get gloves? Did you get the right gloves? I got a set of craps. That's funny. I've got the wraps. And they're pretty decent. Although my other pair are better. I'll keep them though. Did we get a double aesthetic wrap drop? Maybe, possibly. We'll get some more. We'll get some more in. I just gotta log off. I gotta get off stream for right now. Go pick up my boy. And like I said, I'll be back on later so that way I can start farming some Duriel because I need to get Flicker Step by tonight. I want to get Flicker Step by tonight so that way I can make the build for Stormclaw because I think I'm pretty settled in with what I want to have on it. Definitely not this. Definitely not the loop of adaptability. Just throw that in here. So that'll be my setup for. You know what it'll be? I should have threw my Godslayer crown on, but I forgot to. That would have sped that up a little bit. Alrighty. Let me mark my... Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to be it for my stream for right now. Like I said, I'll be back on a little bit later. My plan is to get the Flicker Step boots so that way I can go back and finally get my Stormclaw build completed, and then I'll swap back to my Lightning Storm build on this character. But I will definitely see you guys in probably sometime around like 5 o'clock or after 5 o'clock. I might start my stream back up. But if I don't see you, I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, depending on wherever you're from. And peace out, guys. I'll see you later. Later.